Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another day of league racing this Thursday evening. I must say, a glorious springs evening, but of course, we're under the lights tonight in Singapore. The first race that we had under the lights at the Marina Bay Circuit, right on the coast, on the edge of the Singapore city. So we've got 18 drivers tonight for our full qualifying session. It's going to be a long one tonight. It's usually the longest race of the year if we don't have any safety cars. It is. It's 31 laps of this circuit. It's 3.146 miles and 5.063 kilometres in length. So it's a biggie, and it's got 23 corners. And I said it's the first race that we had under the lights in 2008, and we're still going on strong now. So, Mr. Beattie, how are you doing?
I don't use my government name. All good here today. I've noticed a couple of people already started out on track, and AJ Baker out on the intermediates.
We've had this the last couple of weeks with some drivers going on the intermediates. We don't know why it happens. We've had Ernie Burney join the session now, so we're going to have 19 drivers, the same as we did last time out. And as drivers are on their outlaps late, Paul Chuckle still leading the championship as it stands. He's in triple figures now, the only man who are in the triple figures. He won last time out, getting that 29 points, but he didn't get the fastest lap last week. And Lee Craig and Wanted Noob were the other two on the podium last week, and Barry Chuckle is still in second place, but he's quite a way off now, 38 points behind the Alfa Romeo drivers. So if he keeps it on track, Lee, it's looking like it's becoming Chuckle's championship now.
Yeah, I mean, there's still... I mean, if he keeps up this sort of constant consistency, then I would say within the next 3 races, it could be one.
It could be.
The last 2 races could be that could be it.
And
Ethan has just started on his lap.
Oh, that was very quicker than I thought as he comes through turn 3. We make our way down Republic Boulevard and turn right-handed at turn 5, and then down Raffles Boulevard towards Memorial Corner, which is turn 7. So we go through the kink at turn 6. Hard on the brakes. Really probably going to be the best place for overtaking this evening. Car looks like it's on rails. Of course, we've got serious downforce at this circuit. There is a lot of straights, but the 23 corners here, unlike Saudi Arabia, where we were at a couple of weeks ago, I can't remember if it was Thursday or Sunday, they're much more demanding corners, Lee, than they are at Saudi.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Saudi is more of a flat out, a lot higher average speed. They're using all over the track there.
Yeah, it got right to the wall.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's got the highest average speed of the street circuits, Jeddah. But
he's got very close to the wall there, Lee. Sorry to interrupt. Under the grandstand at Bay. And then back onto Raffles Avenue. And then flat out now, pretty much. And just a dab of the brake at the final corner. Across the line, the benchmark, 1:37.846. I think that could be a pretty good time.
Oh, see Stephen Jones just hit the curb a bit much at the Singapore Sling, just going on to the Anderson Bridge. He just threw that into the wall. He's got a broken front wing now. So he'll have to come in and get that repaired.
So we've got 2 drivers who have gone into the 140s, and Alfa Romeo, as we see Royal Rumble go into the 139. So as I said, Ethan Haynes looking like it was a pretty strong first lap in this Q1 session, first time of the day.
Just seen Pippo Kennedy putting a lap. He's getting that gap down a bit more. It's down to just over a second now, first place. Seen Wanted Noob coming across the line. 38.5.
So, yeah. I'm sure we'll see the track ramp up a little bit, but that certainly was a rather impressive time as Matty Jones now comes across the line, almost sliding through the final corner. So that's a 1:39.317. And we're just after that, following him, I think we did have someone else, or we do have someone else now. And that was
With a 39.6. So that puts him in at 7th place.
So we have got Early Bernie, in. We're on board, or watching. Now on board with Prof as he makes his way around the last handful of corners. It's definitely a bit of a Marmite track, especially with me and Lee here in the commentary box. I love Singapore, but I have the feeling that Lee is the complete opposite. Maybe hate's a bit of a strong word, but...
No, it isn't. Hate isn't a strong word. It's that's more of a light word here. It's more
okay.
Despise track.
Monaco or Singapore?
I don't know.
The thing is, you get the stress of a really tight circuit in Monaco, I think, and then you get the stress here of it being quite demanding, but also long. And it really does. It really does become quite demanding in the last sort of 5-10 minutes. You're sort of doing this for another 5 to 10 minutes more than your normal league race, I would say, but those 10 minutes feel like a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, especially when it's, well, you say, for instance, if by chance it's like a safety car or something.
That can also help, though. It gives you a bit of respite, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it does, but it doesn't give your butt any respite. So, you're kind of buggered in that sense as well.
Get a comfier seat, Lee. That's what I would recommend, is watching Prof come around the last two corners of 22 and 23.
Hopefully
flat out through 20.
Ooh,
as he finishes his lap in 5th place. So, as I'll say again, I thought I might have been chanced my arm by saying Ethan Haynes has done a very good lap, but no, he has done a very, very good lap for the first lap of the day.
Trying to see.
I think we got Faulkner next.
I think it's Looney Man.
Is he going again?
Sure, he's coming around the last couple of corners.
Oh, he's left the session. Oh. Very strange. Okay, who were we going to? It was Faulkner.
Faulkner.
Out of turn 21. A short stretch to 22, and then 23, where he invalidates his lap time, goes off onto the concrete, and unfortunately will have invalidated the next lap, but he won't have the batteries to go again. So I think that'll be an in and out job for the Alpha Tauri there.
Yeah, it's I've seen it, done it to myself plenty of times, just pushing just that wee bit too much.
As it's a Haas front row at the moment. Good old Gunter will be happy.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's see.
So I think we've got Lee Craig next.
Yep, he's just coming around the last few corners, unless no, AJ's just starting his lap.
As we watch Lee Craig cross the line, pretty decent time from him. Goes up into 4th place with a 1:38.644. So between 2nd and 4th, they're pretty close together at the moment. As I said, Ethan Haynes just pulled it out the bag. It's already starting to remind me, Lee, of that Lewis Hamilton lap in 2018 at Singapore.
I mean, what I could think that some of these guys could be doing as well is, with it being such a demanding track, and you're always close to the barriers, and they could be taking it a little bit easier, but yeah. I mean, it would be recommended, especially in this first qualifying session.
So we've got Stephen Jones up next. As Lee said, they could be just testing the waters slightly in this first part of qualifying as we go across the line with Steve Jones. He's 12th place in the 140, so maybe made a mistake just finding his feet in this Q1 session. Ernie Burney will be next up, the latecomer in the Aston Martin, as he goes into turn 18 of Bay and under the grandstand and through turn 19, back onto Raffles Avenue. Through 20 and 21, and then we've only got 2 more corners to go, 1 braking zone to go. Just a dab of the brakes and run it out wide without invalidating. Goes 14th, 141. So some drivers, you said, Lee, maybe struggling slightly. Was
AJ Baker.
I was going to say, was that AJ Baker?
38.6 goes 4th.
And wanted Noob in 3rd. So we've got 2 Hasses up top, and then we've got Alpine splitting the 2 Hasses and the Ferraris behind them in 4th and 5th.
Truckle is on a lap right now. He's just started his lap, coming through second. Turn 7 just now. See how well he's going to do. The current leader in this championship is Apex. Nicely there, getting a bit squirrely on the exit of there.
Had some super speed there for Singapore Sling.
Yeah.
He makes his way over the Anderson Bridge, keeping nice and tight to that right-hand side where the pillar sticks out somewhat as we now run our way down towards turn 14 with the Aston Martin getting out of the way. On to Raffles Avenue, and then we'll break away from there as we go into turns 16 and 17, and then the short straight here to turn 18 of Bay, and then we go into the grandstand section and back onto Raffles Avenue again, which I was saying to Lee before the start of the stream, those corners there are going to be cut out, and we're just going to have a straight line all the way to that chicane just back there as we now go around the final 2 corners. The championship leader goes into second, splits the 2 Hasses, but is unable to get into the 137s just yet.
I think that's that little squirrely moment that you had. I think it was at turn 9, turn 10. I think that could have lost him just starting enough time where he would have been in first place. And I think it's Faulkner is on his lap now. I know he's just about to start his lap now.
Yeah, and Danny Apex is on the lap, but he's not used all of the track in some of the corners, especially out of the Anderson Bridge hairpin at turn 13. Probably, he just clatters the wall there.
Any damage? Nope.
Doesn't look like it. Maybe on the underfloor, but it just looked like he may have got away with it. Hit it square on. But has he backed out of this lap? I don't mean to be rude, but it's not. Yeah, he's coming in. I was going to say it wasn't looking quick.
Yeah, you would have. The best thing for him to do right now is to come in, for him to get a refuel and then get back out quickly. Maybe even set a double warm-up lap to just drain a bit more fuel. Even make sure the tyres are properly warmed up.
Yeah, so we're watching Faulkner now, as you said, Lee, started his lap a few moments ago. He makes his way through turn 13. As he goes down Esplanade Drive and into turn 14. through the kink of 15 and hard on the brakes for 16 and 17. Try and cut as much as the chicane as possible. Miss that DHL wall on the right hand side as we make our way into Bay and under the grandstand once again.
Let's see, time is he going to be able to put in? Is it going to be a good enough time? 8th place, 139.2. Nicely done from the AlphaTauri driver.
So,
I think it's safe to say he's going to be safe, isn't it?
Yes. So we've got I was just having a think. So we've only got 4 drivers out in this first session, same as last week. In Australia, we had 19. So the last four will be going out in this session. We'll have to have about a half an hour tea break, should we say? So keep an eye on the drivers. I think we've got to be looking, Lee, to about 11th or 12th. I think. I know there's a big split, but some of these drivers have only done one timed lap or completed timed lap.
Yeah. We're seeing a lot of people here on fresh soft switch.
Yeah. Chicken and Blunt is out the pits, but he's far too late. So he's going to be out far too late.
Yep, there's
I think
no
someone
way
was caught napping there. Even if he cuts every corner, which I think he's going to try and do. Which personally I don't agree with, but as he now slows down to let a car through, that's going to be his problem now anyway. Even if he tried to cut the corners, he's going to have to let flying laps through.
No, I think it's okay, I think he's just coming around to finish a lap now. Just coming under the bridge in sector 3. Let's see what time he's going to do. Is he's just coming up to the last 2 corners. Basically 1 corner though. Just take it all in the one swoop. Good enough for 13th place. He takes just over half a second off his time.
I wouldn't be sitting comfortably there with that.
Nope, but he's already bailed out. So
yeah, but he's going to have to let that Red Bull through. As Looney Man rejoins us, he's in 14th. He's not going to be able to get out. His Chicken and Blunts is well aware, as he's only coming into sector 3 with 10 seconds to go. So who do we really need to be keeping an eye on here, Lee? Chicken and Blunts is out. He's definitely going to be out in this first session. Looney Man as well, as the checker flag now drops. And we see the significance. So we've got most of the drivers outside the top 10 actually on track and on laps. As Stephen Jones crosses the line, moves up to 8th. That's a big improvement.
on board with Danny Apex. He's just coming up Anderson Bridge now.
Well, we've got Ernie Burney firstly, actually. He's in 18th at the moment. He's got his 141.613 to beat. Is he going to get out the bottom 4? No, stays 18th.
He proved a bag amount there too on his previous lap, but it just wasn't enough. Fortunately, he had nothing left to give.
So I think we've got Royal Rumble next, Lee, who looks like he's going to be safe. Of course, he's just going to set the lap to be sure as he invalidates on the penultimate corner. There's a commentator's curse for you.
He's safe anyway.
Danny Apex to cross the line. Where's he going to go? 10th, he's safe. So we've got Bugatti, who has invalidated, so that's it. And Aki's got out of, he's just got away with it by the skin of his teeth.
Oh. So,
you've got your bottom 4, ladies and gents.
Yeah, that's the bottom 4 there. 2 seconds.
So if you just wait for Aki to come into the pits, we'll have a few moments until we get going in Q2, and we'll see you back there in about a minute's time. So there we go. That's the end of our Q1 session. The top three from that session was Ethan Haynes, the only man to get into 137. Subsequently, the first man to set a lap, and the only lap he did in Q1. RTG Chuck is second, our championship leader. Third place in Q1 was RTG Chuck, aka Barry Chuckle. Our bottom four was 16th was Looney Man, 17th was Bugatti, 18th was Chicken and Blunts, coming out a little bit too late in that session at the end, and Ernie Burney is the last man on the grid in 19th place. So, we've got just under 15 minutes to go in this session. We're starting with 15 minutes, so shorter span, cut off 3 minutes from the first session. We're now down to 15 drivers. We're now fighting to get inside the top 10 for the final qualifying session of the evening.
Yep, so we're already seeing a driver out on track, and it looks like Ethan again. He's flying out of the garage. Or was it Matt Jones who's already out? No, it's Ethan. That's making sure to get it right out on track first. Get that clean air.
It surprises me, to be fair, that he comes out so quickly. Let's see if he gets himself into the 137s. The track might have ramped up a little bit, but when we watched his initial lap, Lee, it really did feel like it was on rails.
Yeah, it did.
So we've got a number of the drivers out on the racetrack now. About half of the 15, with another man coming out, Aki, and a Mercedes behind him. So we've got the majority of cars out on track now. And like before, we're going to have Ethan Haynes being the first man to settle up. What do we think, Lee? Into the 137s?
Is it going? I'm not sure. Is it going to be a fluke, or is he going to be able to keep up this constant pace? And then again, this is a question that's going to be able to be asked over this period of qualifying, I would say. I think he's going to get it, I reckon.
So he did just tap the wall there on his way down Raffles Boulevard as he makes his way into Memorial Corner. As I said in the first part of qualifying, that will be the place where we see the most amount of overtakes and probably the most amount of chances to go for an overtake in this race. But firstly, we've got to finish qualifying as he comes into the re-profile quite a few years ago now, Singapore Sling. Much nicer corner than it used to be as we now go over the Anderson Bridge, keep right into turn 13 at the hairpin, get it nice and wide and close to the wall as we make our way down to turn 14. We have got 3 DRS zones on this circuit now. We did used to have 2, but now we've got the third one down Esplanade Drive. We make our way for the right left of 16 and 17 and the left right of 18 and 19, and then the right left again into 20 and 21. He makes his way out the final corner. It doesn't look like he was as good as his first lap time, but the stopwatch never lies, and it wasn't. It was a 1:38 dead.
So, I'm wanting to pay attention to Chuckle, as he's just started his lap there. He's just coming into the kink of turn 6 now. Is he going to be able to get that into the 137s? Whoa, Pippo Kennedy getting into the 137s. 137.859 for Pippo Kennedy. Nice one there from the Aston Martin driver. He goes P1.
Very similar time to the first time of Ethan Haynes in Q1. I think that's almost identical.
Yeah, I think it is.
So who we got up next? We got the second man in the championship, Barry Chuckle. Crossing the line, goes fourth with a 39 flat. We know he can do a lot better than that. So who is up next? Is it Prom? Or there might be a guy ahead of him there, a driver ahead of him. It was Royal Rumble. Moves up to fourth. Got Prom crossing the line now. Goes sixth fastest. Aki next. Goes seventh with a 39.469. Paul Chuckle next, the championship leader. Let's see if he gets into the 137s. Lee may have predicted he might. Will he do so? No. 138.5. So we're about to watch Eddie start his first attempt in Q2. Are you there, Lee? You've got your mic muted by mistake.
Yes, sorry. Just in the middle of something now. So, we've seen Lee Craig there. It's into the wall.
Oh, that's...
Is it turn 17, I think, is it? Under the bridge.
There was a Red Bull going through there. I think that was Danny Apex. It's Lee Craig's 5-second penalty. 5-place grid penalty, sorry, for Lee Craig. Maybe a bit harsh.
Yeah, I would say that is a bit harsh for the Ferrari man. Don't think he deserved that, to be honest. Ooh. Let's see. Eddie's invalidated. Let's see.
I think that's it. Is Danny Apex on the lap? I think he is.
Yep. I think he's on a lap. He's coming around turn 7 there. Into 8. Nicely done. Man, just to hit that apex and not using as much of the track as would have expected. But then again, you don't want to be getting pushing your luck and getting too close to the barriers. And again, that's how you get a quick lap in.
Yeah, he's looking like a pretty decent lap, to be fair, by the looks of it.
Yeah. Yellow flag in sector 1.
Looked like that was either a Haas or a McLaren, as he makes his way out of turn 19 and into turn 20. And then 21. And into the final two corners. As he goes quite wide there, keeps it within track limits and moves up into 5th place.
That was quite lucky for the Red Bull man to get away from away with that. Easy beeps. Seen wanted noob is on a lap now as he's just come through turn 7 and 8 now. Using up a lot of that track there, making sure he's able to hit them apexes and extend it right out. As he's coming into what's known as the Singapore Sling, into the Anderson Bridge. around the hairpin. Quite a slow part track there. DRS is open here. Oh, overshot it just that wee bit there, I would say. Not getting that right angle as much to carry that speed through the corner. Coming through the last few corners now, we'll see what time Wanted Noob's going to be able to put on. Comes across the line. A 138.8 is good enough for 5th place. Next up's Faulkner.
Yeah, I was going to say there's only 2 drivers yet to set a lap. One's in the pits and one's out on track as we speak. He might have enough time to go back in and get back out, but this is quite a long circuit here. It is quite a long circuit, but more so it's a long lap time around here. As I have noticed with the game thing, that the off-board cameras don't work over the Anson Bridge. I don't know if you've got that as well. There's no off-board cameras over the Anson Bridge. It always cuts me back to the on-board, like, automatically. I don't do that.
Worked alright with me there.
Oh, that's strange. So, we're just watching Faulkner make his way around the final 2 corners and across the line. Moves into 7th. So it's a little bit calmer now. We've got drivers coming in onto their in laps, but I think we've got Ethan, who's now got into the 137. He's done a 137.116. That's almost a Mike Tyson knockout punch in Q2 there.
He's got to be cutting corners.
That's very, very quick. His prof's just started a lap. I'm not sure what time we've got left on the clock. As the yellow flags are waving, they should. Yeah, so we've got 3.5 minutes.
We're only going to see Lee Craig putting 1 lap here.
Yeah, it's squeaky bum time for Lee Craig.
Definitely.
And it's quite close, to be fair. Really, we could realistically see here 12 to 5th, 6th. If they get some decent laps in. I mean, seeing what Ethan Haynes has done with the 137.116.
I mean, it's shown that it is possible to get that. Well, Purple Kennedy's shown that it is possible for like other people as well to be able to get into that good 137s.
Not sure if Faulkner's going to have enough time here. Sorry, I was just checking on Faulkner. Let's see, he's just come into the pits. I did say he might have enough time to come back in and get back out again, but I think the clock might not be in his favour at the moment. He's watching Prof come across the line to pretty much finish his final attempt. He hasn't got enough fuel to go again. Goes 7th, does knock Faulkner down to 8th place. Wait and see who's up next. We've got Eddie just making his way out the pits. Clock's going to be tight for him, though. He has got enough time, but he's probably going to be our last man to cross the line to start their final lap.
Yep, he's going to make it just by the skin of his teeth.
So I think we got Chuckle on his final attempt. I think he'll be the first driver to finish a lap. We've got Stephen Jones, who's retired, so he's most likely going to be starting 15th if Lee Craig can get a decent lap time in.
Well, the thing is, Lee Craig's got that.
He's got a 5-place penalty.
So if he's out, then Stephen Jones could possibly still start in his 14th position, depending on Lee Craig's time. But as he's not got a time on the board, he's got to make sure this one counts. And if he invalidates or messes up, then that's it. He'll be starting from the back of the grid.
I'm just trying to see, is Matty Jones gone up into third? I think it is going to be Chuckle to finish his lap first.
Oh, Prof dives into the pits. He must have messed up his lap.
He's really in the danger zone. 3 of the drivers that are really in the danger zone are all in the pit lane, so they can't improve from now on. Is Chuckle goes even faster than Ethan Haynes. 37.0. As I said, it could be a worrying sign. I think Ethan's just come across the line. We've got Lee Craig, who's crossed the line in 6th. Moves AJ Baker down to 7th. Talking of AJ Baker, he's about to come across the line. And he finishes Q2 in 4th place, 4th fastest. Chuck has invalidated his lap time as well, Lee. So we've got...
I think it's just Wanted Noob and Ake and Eddie.
I think Wanted Noob's going to be first up. So he is in a slightly risky position, but I think he's safe regardless now. He's safe regardless. There's only 2 drivers who are setting laps behind him. So he is going to be safe. And will he complete the lap? Of course, he may not know that. Unlikely to know it, unless he's listening to the stream, of course. But he is going to finish the lap. So is he going to improve? Looks like he is. The track is getting very fast now, Lee.
Seen 5 people into the 137s now. No.
Who was that? Just...
Oh, 6th place. 138.438.
So he's safe, and now we've got Eddie next.
Is he going to kick Danny Apex out of Q3? Yes, he does. Moved into P6. 137.993.
So Chuck got through just about. It does knock Danny Apex down to 11th, and he is out. So we have got our 11th to 15th now. The bottom 5 of this session have now been eliminated and will be along in a few moments for our Q3 session, which will be 12 minutes long, including the top 10 drivers. So, just quickly, if you could please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'd really like to get to 300 subscribers. We're almost there. Share the video if you like league races, and check us out on a Sunday for the Sunday tier. So the top 3 for that session was Chuckle, Ethan Haynes and Wanted Noob. The bottom 5 are Danny Apex, Prof, Faulkner, Royal Rumble and Stephen Jones will be starting 15th. So also on the channel as well, if you enjoy watching any pro clubs, we do training on a Monday and a Thursday, but we don't do Thursdays on the stream because we're doing this instead. But you can watch the Tuesday League and Cup games, our competitive games. Do check them out. Not very good from our side on all the games, to be honest. Please don't watch the Cup game. It's quite embarrassing. But yeah, please subscribe to the channel. It really would be appreciated. So, Lias, who's on pole?
What'd you say there?
I said, who's on pole?
I think a few of them are we're still kind of withholding their true potential a little, and I think that some of them could possibly even make it into the 136s, possibly. Bit ambitious, could be done though.
So, Lee, we got the drivers out on track rather quickly. The majority of them are out. I'm sure the majority of them will have 2 fresh sets to use in this third session.
Noticing Ethan and Haas out first yet again. He likes to get that lap in early and get that benchmark sorted and squeeze in many laps as he can.
Well, I definitely think there's a couple of tracks where you could do 3 laps in Q3, but not here.
No.
So we're only waiting for Eddie to come out. So surely we'll see him soonish, because otherwise it'll be quite a rush to do his 2 laps. So we've got 9 of the 10 leads. So we got up first. We've got Ethan Haynes, who will be up first, as always. And then I think we got Matty Jones that's next after that. Then we've got Kennedy.
Yep.
And then we've got
AJ Baker, then Lee Craig.
Okay, I think we're going to know the order this time. We always do for Q3 or short qualifying on a Sunday. We usually find that a little easier as well towards the end. But we've got Ethan Haynes up first. We'll be setting the benchmark, and he's already set a couple of decent benchmarks so far as he makes his way out of Memorial Corner and into turn 8 and now turn 9. And down St Andrews Road to the Singapore Sling. As it's a left and it tightens into a right-hander and then into a left again. And then sticks to the right-hand side next to that pillar. As we go into turn 13, hairpin after the Anderson Bridge. Keep to the right-hand side as we make our way out of the corner and then switch back to the left when we go into turn 14 at the end of that DRS zone. Through the King of 15 and then off of Raffles Avenue and into turn 16 and 17 as he just touched the wall there, but I think he got away with it as he makes his way into Bay and then turn 19. And now the chicane of 20 and 21 before we make our way to the final 2 corners as he's fighting the car on the curb there. Maybe took a bit too much of it, and into the final 2 corners he makes another big mistake. But he still does a 137.2, so Lee, I think we will get into the 36s. As Matty Jones does a 139.1. And Kennedy has invalidated. Up next, AJ Baker, 37.8 for him. And then Lee Craig, who doesn't have a 5-place grid penalty, is in 3rd place at the moment. Wanted Noob is next, a 37.729, quite a way off the provisional pole. Aki next, but he hasn't set a competitive lap time. Chuck is into the pits, the championship leader is going to complete his first attempt in Q3. What's it going to be? A 1:37.3. So not just yet, Lee. You got yourself on mute again. You need to remember about that.
I was talking to myself like a spanner.
So, 7 drivers completed laps. Still got 3 to complete laps.
Yeah, so wonder when we're going to see the McLaren of Eddie join us on the track.
We got Kennedy back out again. Very early.
I think Aki's time of a 1:52, I think what he's done is possibly a double warm-up lap. Just as suspected, I think. Because he's just coming into the final sector now.
Who's this, sorry?
Aki.
No, I think he's coming in. He's just done a lap. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, you're right. But he hasn't got the battery, though, Lee.
This is him just finishing his lap.
Oh, sorry.
So here we go, coming across the line. Oh, doesn't improve much in terms of position.
I was going to say, the lap time's well improved.
Yeah, but just not in terms of position. But got Pippo Kennedy, who's just on an out lap. Let's see. Oh, Chuckle. He's diving in.
Yeah, he's already done a lap, so he's going to come in, and we're going to have a couple of minutes wait for drivers to come back out potentially. Still not had Eddie, Chuck, or Pippo Kennedy, who you're watching right now, set lap times. I wonder if we'll see a double warm-up lap here, Lee, for Kennedy.
He's not got the fuel, I don't think.
Well, we'll find out within a couple of corners if he's really on the lap. I think he already is, so he's going early and just having a clear track. We're just waiting for Aki to come into the pits as well. He'll be able to do one more lap as Kennedy makes his way out of turn 3 and through turn 4 towards turn 5 now. And then on to Raffles Boulevard as we make our way towards the kink of turn 6. And then into Memorial Corner. It's looking like a pretty good lap lead. Using all of the circuit, getting right close to the walls on the exit, which I think is quite key here at Singapore, to just get to the edge of those walls on the exit, because of all these short straights and rather long straights, the exits are so important here.
Oh yeah, definitely. You've got to make sure that you're using up as much of the track as possible. And this is one of them tracks where you've just got to balls to the wall and just hopefully it's good. You're gonna bottle it into the wall pretty much.
And as you said, Lee, we don't think he's got enough fuel to go again. And he hasn't got enough time to get back in to get a fresh set on. So this will be his final lap, most likely. And what time is he going to set? Goes 5th with a 1:38.1. So I think that was quite disappointing for the Aston Martin driver.
I think if he slows up and just takes his time, I think he'll have enough fuel to go again and get one more lap in, like recharge the battery and that. I don't think he's going to be doing that.
No, I don't think he is. Problem is the recharge in this year's game is really quite dreadful. It's not very fair, to be honest. Even when you're running none on an out lap or an in lap, it takes an awful long time for it to get back up to a decent level. You need about 70 or 80%, don't you, to use the battery in a lap.
Well, that's depending on track. I mean, I've noticed other tracks where it's basically used up the whole battery near enough, like 80-90% even. I think it was, is it Austria maybe?
Austria surprises me. I'd have thought maybe on Belgium or...
No, it uses it quite a lot of it.
So Matty Jones and Ethan Haynes, maybe not Ethan Haynes, actually, no, not yet. He's going to start his lap very soon, but Matty Jones has started his final attempt. We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. Got drivers going quite slowly. Lee Craig just wants to get on with it and goes past the Haas of Chuck. As Kennedy now comes into the pits. You're right though, Lee, probably did have enough fuel to go again if the battery could have been a bit kinder as Eddie starts his first attempt. His final attempt, sorry. Aki now starting a lap as well, and Lee Craig also. So we'll see how much he's up on his time. 3/4 of a second exactly. Matty Jones is up on his time. Let's hope he finds some more time in this final sector as he makes his way into Bay and then under the grandstand. Where's this going to put him up late? He's in 8th at the moment. Last of the drivers who set a time moves up to 4th with a 1:37.7. So I think the times are going to be quite close around those margins. Who have we got up next, Lee? It's Ethan Haynes, I think, the provisional pole sitter as it stands.
Yep,
is he going to get into the 136s, Lee? Is he going to do it?
I think he could do it. Yes, he does.
Oh, he absolutely smashes it out of the park.
A 36.5.
We've got Eddie Dust next. We've got to move on. He goes into 3rd with a 37.5. Pretty decent time from him. I think we've got Aki up next in the Alfa Romeo. Last on the board at the moment with the time on the board. Moves up to 7th with a 38 dead. Lee Craig is up next. And I think we're going to have Chuck after that. Goes up to 3rd fastest. And Chuck will moved up into 2nd. We've got AJ Baker and Wanted Noob. I think those are the last two. Chuckle's finished his final lap, I believe. Moves up to 2nd with a 37.2. That was a really good time from the Ferrari driver. Wanted Noob, 37.499. I think that's the end of qualifying, mate.
Yep, I think that is. So, that was quite an interesting one there, I would say. I mean, seeing Ethan Haynes get that pole position by 7/10 there, quite a substantial amount. But then again, it could all change in the race.
Yeah, which we will have soon enough. And I think, is it 31 or 32 laps here, Lee?
31.
31. So it's quite a lot of laps here. We're looking at a race about an hour long, 50 minutes to an hour long. So, for the final time, here's our top 10 with Ethan Haynes on pole position. AJ Baker is 2nd. 3rd is RTG Chuckle. Wanted Noob is 4th. Eddie was 5th. 6th was Chuck. Matty Jones was 7th. Lee Craig is 8th, but he's going to move down 5 places after that penalty. 9th is Aki, and Pippo Kennedy rounds out the top 10. He was 6.666 ahead of AJ Baker.
Number of the beast. So,
Well, Ethan Haynes, the devil man
here?
himself.
Yep, is he going to beast it here today and absolutely demolish everyone? We'll be able to find out in just a few moments.
So we will have to... Sorry, go on.
Oh no, I was just sitting in the comments there. I've got a few Wanted Noob supporters that are in the stream right now. Saying, can't wait for Wanted Noob's first victory. And another one saying, want to see Wanted Noob become first and eventually the champion.
Well, Wanted Noob at the moment is in 4th place in the championship for people watching. He's on 81 points. He's 11 points behind 2nd place. And he's quite a few points behind 1st place. So I don't think he's going to be Season 10 champion. I think he's probably getting to the point where he's already ruled out of the championship this year. But there's always, this season, there's always next season though.
But then again, could all change in just one race.
It could do, but I don't think we're going to have that much of a change.
Where is your sense of optimism?
It was gone before I was born.
Oh dear Lord. So,
tyres, Lee. Tyres. Ooh. Oh. We don't usually see so many drivers on hard so high up.
And we didn't usually see a soft runner either at the back. So I'm guessing he might be suspecting that it's going to be a safety car, so that'll be why.
Yeah, maybe. So we've got one driver on the softs. We've got 9 drivers on the mediums. And we've got... Yeah, sorry, that would be right, yeah. 9 drivers on the hards, 9 drivers on the mediums, 1 driver on the soft checks. We've got 19. Interestingly, so the medium and the hard runners are split 50-50.
So, right. We bet we know, right? Who do you think is going to do better? On an average, mediums or hards?
Seeing as what we've seen from races previous, I might say hards, actually.
Interesting.
But we don't know just yet. So the top 4 are split as well. That's the interesting one as well, Lisa. We've got Ethan on hards, on pole. We've got AJ Baker and Chuckle on the mediums in 2nd and 3rd, and then 4th place is Wanted New. So they're in a... I'm not going to say that, actually. I was going to say something and I said it in my head. I'm not going to say it. They're between 2 hard tyres runners.
Between a rock and a hard place, so
as Ethan Haynes has already started the tyre warming pirouettes. It'd be amazing if we saw him do them in real life, wouldn't it? Ethan's well out of his box. Ethan was well out of his box. Wouldn't be allowed an F1 23. So Ethan is well out of his box. We're getting Ernie Burney lining up on the back row, the only man on the back row today, in 19th place. We've got Chicken and Blunts and Prof, who have been disqualified, so they'll move back in their grid box. We've got Ethan on pole. We've got AJ Baker alongside him in the Ferrari. We've got 5 red lights, and we're away for the RTG Singapore Grand Prix. And that was a very, very quick start indeed from the lights. We've got Wanted Noob, who has moved up into 3rd place, goes alongside, and now we've got Chuckle, who's gone around the outside at turn 2, made contact with each other, but they're both facing in the right direction as it stands. AJ Baker has now moved up into 1st place. The medium tyres, it looks like we've got Royal Rumble, who's spun out at the back. Is that what we were going to talk about, Lee?
Yeah, I think there was a bit of contact.
Sorry, Lee. Ethan Haynes looks like he might go back for the lead at Memorial Corner, but no. As we got drivers behind, though, Eddie and that Williams and Haas of Chuckle and Matty Jones, with Aki now making a move on Matty Jones as we make our way down towards St Andrews Road and towards Singapore Sling. We've got the Williams on the inside of the Alfa Romeo. The Alfa Romeo is trying to hold it around the outside. He's going to have the inside at the right-hander as we get to the Anderson Bridge. And they've made contact, I think. Yes, so Aki is now down at the back. 2 does not go into 1, Lee.
No, it doesn't, to be honest. And Aki's unfortunately was the person on the worst end of that. I've seen Stephen Jones is up quite a bit.
6 places.
Yeah, he's done quite well on them soft compound tyres.
Maybe a really good call from him, actually.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a lot of these soft runners, the hard runners, drop down.
Struggling, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe the mediums are looking, well, they're obviously going to look better in this first stint, but we'll see how much further away they can get from the hard tyres. So I'm saying that AJ Baker is 1.3 seconds in the lead.
So the predicted pit stop strategy for the hard compound tyres is going to be lap 18 roughly for the mediums. So the mediums are going to be doing roughly about 13-14 laps as foretold, so to speak.
Yeah, we've got this little trio here of the Alpine McLaren and the Haas of Chuck at the back of that queue.
Royal Rumble went for a move there on, I think that was Ernie Bernie there, and he ended up getting spun out.
So Aki's obviously had to pick because he's quite a long way behind the pack. As we've got Eddie going up the inside towards turn 16. Does go up the inside. Switchback though from Wanted New. Tries to switch it again at turn 17 as we go into Bay at turn 18. He's gained that 4th place. So he's had a really good start as well. Eddie Dust.
Yep. Managing to get up into 4th there. Nicely done from him. AJ Baker second.
Oh, he's got a driver off there in the background. It was Wanted Move who went really far wide. We've got DRS enabled now on lap 3. And we've seen that AJ Baker's made a mistake as well, Lee, because Ethan Haynes has got himself within half a second of the leader. It's a Ferrari, then a Haas, then an Alfa Romeo. All Ferrari-powered engines as Ethan Haynes went for a bit of a dummy there. We've got a big queue of cars further back, Lee, as Kennedy gets up on Stephen Jones.
Trying to see, it doesn't look like there's much else going on. It looks like the guy could be looking to line up a move on Faulkner. No, thought Faulkner got a bit of a bad launch there.
So we're just back with the top 3, Lee. As every week, to be fair, Lee, for quite a few weeks now, we have seen a battle for the lead in either Thursday or Sunday, and it's been really exciting to watch. To be fair, the consistency in the lead pack sticking with each other for lap after lap, it's been
Oh
really
yeah,
enjoyable this season.
definitely. No, I'm thinking, are these soft tyres already starting to go off? Because it looks like Stephen Jones is starting to lose ground on with Prof and Lee Craig here.
And it looks like Chuckle as well, Lee, is got some superior speed over Stephen Jones. Now moves back multiple places. Looks like he's actually spun. He comes into the pits, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It went from good to bad to now worse for that AlphaTauri driver.
Oh, so there's no front wing change, it's just a tyre change.
Lap 4.
Soft tyres, not the right call.
As we're
Lee
just
Craig's looking for a move on Prof. Going up the inside at turn 7, they're side by side. Lee Craig's on the inside now, is going to switch to Lee Craig on the outside. Then a wee switch back there, it's looking. But Prof manages to defend that 10th position there, nicely done there from the Mercedes man.
I do think that defending round the outside at Memorial Corner is the best line, personally.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you then get the inside for the next corner, and it's much harder to overtake on the outside at turn 8 than it is at turn 7. Is Bugatti going to have a go for it this time? No. There is a big queue ahead of him. There's the top 3 making their way to the start-finish straight. And it looks like AJ Baker has just broke away from that DRS activation again. But it does leave Ethan Haynes vulnerable. And he doesn't get the best of exit out of turn 3. So we make our way to the braking zone of turn 5. Both the Haas drivers at the moment, Lee, in very good point scoring positions.
Oh yeah, definitely. Looking like Danny Apex making a move on Wanted Noob now for that 7th position. Gets past with the aid of the DRS, going into turn 7, nicely done
And
there from him.
And Lee Craig's going to have a go once again at Prof. He goes for the inside once again. There's defensive work from the Mercedes, having to go around the outside. Subsequently, the inside line for turn 8. But he has gifted him the inside line, but he gets better traction. And when we go into turn 9 and down St Andrews Road, he's kept that 10th place again. So Lee, once again, maybe the outside line is the best line there.
I mean, it is looking like it, to be honest. So, seeing some of the drivers. Oh, what was that?
Oh, these two. Yeah. It looked like he went up the inside. Oh, shame we didn't get that Royal Rumble. Looked like he went up the inside at turn 13, the hairpin after the Anderson Bridge.
Yeah, but I think he just missed his braking zone a little, to be honest, and fortunately enough, it managed to work out for him. Oh, having a look, and it looks like we've still got this battle going on for 10th position, this sort of train here from 10th to 13th.
Yeah, I was just having a look at the top 3 leagues. They're coming towards Memorial Corner again, where we've seen a couple of dives to the inside to try and make an overtake, but nothing has really happened there as Looney Man moves down a position. So I'm just watching them all come into turn 7.
I was just looking at everyone's battery level there, and it's just quite insane how much this
track uses.
Yeah.
especially with all the braking zones, you think it'd be quite an even split, but
on board with the Lee Craig there, it looked like he hit the wall a little, going into the braking zone before the Singapore sling there. Checking if he's got any damage, it doesn't look like it.
oh, yellow flag. Oh, who's that? That could be.
Is that Aki?
Could have been Aki. Unfortunately, Aki on lap 7 is going to be lapped.
That's dire, I would say.
It really is. And he's going to be showing the blue flags as well now.
Yep.
And it's subsequently as well going to give AJ Baker the DRS for the first time in this race. So he's going to be able to use that to defend on a rarity. As now he gets lapped by his teammate. So once again, Lee Craig sizing up a move on that Mercedes. Doesn't try it this time.
Still sticking with him though. He ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, I really do think turn 7's your best bet to go for a move around this place. Turn 1 as well, but turn after on Raffles Boulevard at the end at turn 7, it's the longest straight on the circuit, and it is just about long enough, I would say, to be a decent straight in Formula 1.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's enough. Oh, safety car.
Safety car. Who was that for?
I do not know.
Oh, AJ Baker goes in and chuckle. It means Ethan Haynes will lead the pack. So does this mean all the drivers on the medium tyres? Yeah, it looks like they're all coming in. And I think we do have reduced safety car tonight, Lee.
Yep, wanted noob. It's coming in. I think he's the only hard runner that's coming in.
Oh, Eddie gone onto the softs.
Oh, that's interesting.
It certainly is. Aki's now retired.
Oh,
Such a shame. I think you can unlap yourself in this game as well. It takes some patience and some cooperation from your fellow drivers, but it can be done.
To be honest, it's one thing that doesn't kind of irk me a wee bit at times is when you're trying to unlock yourself and it doesn't really give anyone a message or that, so to speak, to say let such and such car through or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so while everyone's swaying side to side, keeping their tyres warm, just trying to get past while trying to dodge them. And also, it doesn't really tell you, hey, you can unlock yourself.
Yeah.
But I've seen only one medium runner and one soft runner, and everybody else
Are on the hard tyres. Yeah. Now, are the hard tyres going to go to the end, they?
Yes,
Yeah.
I would say so.
So if we don't get another safety car, this could have worked out really well for those medium, the drivers who started on the mediums.
Yeah. Quite possibly. Just a second.
So hopefully, I think I say it's quite a long lap time around here. That subsequently means it's a long lap time under the safety car. But I think what I'm trying to get at is I think we will get going on lap 10 as we're about to go on to lap 9. As you can see on the bottom of your screen, we're waiting for Stephen Jones at the very back. to catch up, and I think he will catch up by the end of sector 2 on this lap, or just after the end of sector 2. It still will actually get away with restarting after that. So as the front of the pack makes its way down Raffles Boulevard, it's going to be interesting in the strategy now. They will be able to keep their tyres, get their tyres up to temperature much quicker than the drivers on the new sets. Of course, they will eventually have that advantage, and as soon as we've only got one medium driver and one soft, obviously keep an eye on them. Wanted Noob and Eddie. This could fall into the hands, and hopefully for them, if there's not another one of these this evening, the drivers who pit under the safety car could be looking at a good result. Yeah, they can keep it out of the wall and keep it on the black stuff. Do we have Lee back? Not just yet. So as I said, I think we'll definitely get going again, as we're just about to go into sector 3, and we're just about to get Stephen Jones to catch up to the back of the pack. And there we go, safety car in this lap, right at the perfect moment. Do we have Lee back?
Lee is back.
There we go. Sorry, Lee, I'm just putting my iPad on charge. Just give me a second. There we go. So Lee Man and Royal Rumble have switched positions. This has caused some... This has caused an issue. As we go back to the front, and those guys are still squabbling. They're really far away from the pack as well, so that's going to cause them a spot of bother. We get back underway, though, with Ethan Haynes on the restart on lap 10. So we make our way into turn 1. Got AJ Baker and Bugatti side by side. AJ Baker on the fresher tyres, and now Chuckle tries to sneak his way up the inside and does so. Moves himself up into 7th place. We've got Matthew Jones falling down the order. Chicken and Blunt going alongside the Haas of Chuck. Looks like he's got some connection issues though, and Wanted Noob now moves up into 11th place. Eddie Dust wants to make sure he gets a really, really good start on this restart on this soft tyre as we make our way into turn 8.
Let's see. Looks like Choco is looking up for a move. Oh, right there. Danny Apex and Chicken and Blunt's swapping positions. Blunt's not really doing that well on this restart on the 9-lap-old hards. Let's see how long the tyres are able to go, but it looks like he's under a threat from Royal Rumble. Is Royal Rumble going to go for a move? And it looks like he is. But he's just a wee bit too far back. Looks like Stephen Jones.
Oh, sorry, there we got Chuck and Wanted Noob scrapping for that 10th place. Got other drivers like Faulkner as well, who's trying to move up to 6th place. Sorry to cut you off there. Always. Oh, Faulkner has hit the wall.
Has he received any damage?
Yes, he has. He's in the pits.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't received any damage. So, no idea why he came in. Change your tyres, mediums on.
Interesting.
Kind of interesting.
So the top 3 have been somewhat split up. shut. Looks left and right. See if there was a way past as Aki's now eventually left the sessions. Commiserations to the driver finishing last today. So, that's Royal Rumble. Oh, so we got a 5-car fight here, Lee, for that 11th place as we make our way into the Singapore Sling. Chicken and Blunts outbreaks himself, though, loses 2 positions. Stephen Jones moves up into 14th place as we now make our way into the hairpin and the DRS straight.
Oh, what happened with one noob there? He seems to have lost a lot of time there to Dan Apex in front in 10th place. DRS now enabled. Oh, we've seen AJ Baker and Lee Craig swapping positions. Looks like Lee Craig being the good fellow teammate and moving out the way. Ethan Haynes getting that 3-second time penalty.
He has got just over a 2-second lead. With that, he's really not going to make his day. As you're watching Chuckle breathing down the neck of that Ferrari, and just ahead we've got Prof defending to the outside again, but AJ Baker this time has the traction to move up into 3rd place.
No, Lee Craig is going to try and have a go.
Oh,
fortunately,
or is it Chuckle that's trying to have a go?
Oh. Oh!
And now got Eddie as well on those soft tyres, hungry for some overtakes, and now Ethan Haynes has hit the wall and lost that 1st place, and Kennedy now moves up into 1st place. This is a big queue of cars here, Lee. It almost looks like it's rush hour in Singapore. Oh, is Eddie Jones? Eddie, I keep calling him Eddie Jones. Eddie Dust has spun on the soft tyres. I think I can't remember who started on the soft tyres, Lee, but had the same impact. As he might lose the next position to his teammate. You there, Lee? You might.
Yep, it was Stephen Jones who was on the soft tyres at the start there. Sorry, it looks like Wanted Noob and Danny Apex are swapping positions. Danny Apex, Wanted Noob managed to get that position back. And now he's moved up into 9th position. So, Chuckle's on these 7-lap younger hard compound tyres than Prof ahead in the Mercedes. And it looks like he's going to be able to get a move done here, possibly with the aid of the DRS. He's looking for a move, going to the inside. He was a bit indecisive there. About what way to go, if he's going to have enough on the outside, but then Prof manages to defend quite well there.
As we watch him going through turns 20 and 21, and now 22 and 23. And along the DRS straight, might see a move into turn 1 here. Looks like we will see a move into turn 1 here. There is a fight back though from that Mercedes. Goes off the track. And they stay side by side. A bit of an old snap of the rear for that Alfa Romeo, and he now has to concede the place to Prof as we make our way down Raffles Boulevard. And we got Lee Craig, who's now into the wall. It's really not been a good day under the lights as we see the Williams defending, and then the Haas trying to go to the inside, and Chuck thinking better of it.
Getting a 30-second time penalty. With Prof managing to defend that position, that allowed Triple to get the DRS and get that fourth position properly, and now he's managed to actually pull away quite substantially and get out of the DRS gap already. So he's gunning it. He's wanting to get this championship wrapped up quite early.
Is Wanted New going to go for it? No. The braking zone just isn't long enough there to really go for a bit of a dive. As you go into turn 14, just have a look to the inside once again. Those medium tyres probably in quite a strong window at the moment, Lee, so he needs to make the best of what he's got underneath him at the moment.
Yeah, but the tyres will start to fall off within the next few laps here, and then I think he will most likely be going on to quite possibly the softs.
Oh, they were getting quite close together there. We'll go back to the front for a minute. There's this top three.
Oh, Lee Craig into the pits.
Yeah, he did have a spin, didn't he, at turn 5. As we go into turn 7 with the top 3. No one going for it, but Wanted Noob is going to go for it though. And does so, moves up now into 7th place. This could get rather interesting, I think, Lee, but once the drivers on the hard tyres started on the hard tyres do eventually pit, because this track has got a lot of corners. It's got a lot of time to make up here.
AJ Baker and Ethan and Pippo Kennedy, the top 3. It looks like it could be a move here from AJ Baker. Goes to the inside on the ass. Oh, and getting on that curb there unsettles him. Good enough. So giving him a terrible exit. Seeing.
He's still as close as ever. AJ Baker looking in a really good position as Ethan Haynes now dives into the pits.
Purple Kennedy stays out, so we'll see how the undercut is, I suspect.
So Ernie moves up. Eddie dives in as well. The soft tyres haven't really worked in his favour. And Ethan Haynes now is going to come out in 14th place. But by pitting early as well, it might do him a favour, is just gaining some of that time back in the next couple of laps when other drivers do decide to pit. But of course, collision there. It looked like Bugatti. I think it's Bugatti and the Red Bull of Royal Rumble have come together at turn 8. Just caught the aftermath of it as the two Red Bulls are sandwiched. Well, at the moment, Lee, it's a Williams Red Bull from 7th to 10th. Wanted still struggling to get a move on Chuck, and does have a time penalty by his name now, which he will, I think it's a 3-second penalty, and he'll carry to the end of the race. So he has got that looming over his head. Top 3 once again staying together. Kennedy stays out for another lap. And Danny Apex dives into the pits. Must have had front wing damage, surely. As Ethan Haynes now going to go for the move. No, look to the inside, then pull back onto the racing line just before hitting that brake pedal. But surely he's going to give it a go through Memorial Corner as Chuck now moves up into 4th. Gains a place where Wanted Noob can't, as Royal Rumble moves up and Ethan Haynes gets past rather easily on the exit of turn 5. Now can Wanted Noob get past Prof? It should be an easier prospect, seeing as he's been on those tyres from the very beginning. As we make our way out of turn 13, DRS wide open for the pair of them though, so that's not going to do Wanted Noob any favours. Oh, tried to go to the outside and then Prof moved to the left and cut him off. That might have been a little bit late. They both got away unscathed though. That was a bit close for comfort, Lee. I don't know if you saw it.
I've seen a little bit of the touchy touch with each other there. Going through the corner.
As Kennedy stays out for another tour. Wanted Noob going to give it a go this time? No. Backs out of it. We don't usually see moves at turn 1 because, as I said, at the end of Raffles Boulevard is the best place because otherwise your competitor, just overtaking, can potentially get it straight back.
AJ Baker going for a move and he's done it.
Got a yellow flag in the first sector. Oh, who's that? Oh, it's Chuck. And Royal Rumble.
Wanted Noobs through into 4th. But it was like Purple Kennedy just slowed up and allowed Chuckle through.
Maybe he doesn't want to get involved with the championship leader.
Quite possibly.
So yeah, he does just let him through. He's probably going to pit at the end of this lap. It's going to be interesting to see where he comes out in relation to Ethan Haynes. As we're watching Matty Jones closing the gap to Prof, who lost the place to Wanted Noob, and he's surely going to pit within the next few laps. Is Kennedy going to pit though? Because now he really is losing time to the top 2.
Yep, he's boxing this lap.
No, he's not. He's not. He's stayed out again.
I think he could possibly be doing we'll be onto the softs at the end.
But we've seen the softs have not worked very well in this race. Is Matty Jones now going to try around the outside? Got squeezed right as far as he could possibly go as Chuck now dives into the pits and Ethan Haynes now moves up on Stephen Jones. Slowly but surely moving up the
Jones is coming back at the inside. Oh, looked like he was going to have a move inside the turn 3 there.
And Prof now losing the place to Matty Jones. He moves up into 5th place.
Oh, and Prof moves back up into 5th. He takes the position back at turn 8 there. Nicely done around the outside also.
Lee Craig, 3-second time penalty for him. Hasn't been the best of days for him already, so that just is a bit more of a stick in the eye for the Ferrari driver. Is we're just seeing what's going to happen with some of these drivers like Kennedy and Prov, who have yet to pit Bugatti as well, and where they're going to come out. Ethan Haynes is on the charge as it speaks on the as we speak on those medium tyres. Are we going to see? Oh, we do. Kennedy's pitting now. As Faulkner is spun it. The Singapore. Oh no, sorry, 10-13 just after the Anderson Bridge. And now it's down to 16th place. Is Prof going to pit? No, he stays out. and now loses the place once again to Matty Jones, but he should get the DRS back at him for turn 5. As Ethan Haynes is already exiting turn 3, and Kennedy's only just coming around turn 1 at the pit exit, and somehow stops at the pit exit. So he's got a lot of work to do.
Ooh, Faulkner. 5-second time penalty, speeding in the pit lane. Naughty, naughty. Let's see. Still seeing this gap not move really much between AJ Baker and Chuckle. Now the thing is, I think, could these guys be going to the end of the race?
It's a tall order, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it looks like Chuckle could be getting a bit squirrely on them tyres already.
Chuckle, he's still keeping AJ Baker in check though, as Royal Rumble is right on the back of that Mercedes with Prof, and surely he'll be coming in at the end of this lap. So we'll just keep an eye on that for a second. We'll see where Prof does end up coming out. And Chicken and Blunts actually stays out once again. It's very slow pit lane here as well, Lee. Very, very slow, especially the pit exit as well.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially going into, like, as you come around the corner of turn 1. Oh, Lee Craig, 5-second time penalty. He's done.
He's had enough.
It's a bit unfortunate for him.
Ethan Haynes, yeah, very close to the back of Royal Rumble. Looks like he will be able to go to the end on that medium tyre. Got the DRS towards turn 14. He's going to go up the inside at turn 14 as he squeezes that Red Bull, but he's able to fight back the outside line for defending here at Singapore. He's looking like the best option. As the two McLarens are going to switch positions as well at turn 14. Danny Apex now looking at the inside, then the outside for the chicane at turn 16 and 17. He gets it done and all. That was a good move there by Danny Apex.
Unfortunately, I missed that. Let's have a wee look back on this, on it right now.
We've just seen Ethan Haynes now move up into 5th, just got past Royal Rumble.
Still seeing Chuckle maintain that gap, still pretty even in terms of pace. Ooh, yellow flag in sector 2. What has happened?
We're just seeing Bugatti though going up the inside at turn 9.
Matty Jones bottled it just after the hairpin, after Henderson Bridge.
So we are now getting into the latter stages of the race. We said it is a long one this evening. We've still got a good few laps to go. And it's a good few laps for this top 2 that have already been on these tyres for 15 laps. It is going to be a tall order for them to keep hold of the lead, or the top 2 positions, as Pippo Kennedy goes up the inside, runs off the track though. Wonder if he's going to keep that place. I think he may have just got a warning. But he did run off the circuit. But Stephen Jones will have the DRS back at him as we go down Raffles Boulevard. But the fresher, newer, softer, medium tyres are going to be no match against the very used now hard tyre. As Danny Apex made a move but then gave the position straight back. Maybe he went off the track. It's definitely going to be close for the top 2, isn't it, Lee? Getting to the end. They're going to have to do some management.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the tyres going about, what, 24 laps? It's going to be a toughie. But then again, we've seen a yellow flag in sector 2. What's happening? Is that Ernie Bernie? He's turned his car into a spear on wheels. Unfortunately, it's not as effective. Oh, so he crashes out on purpose. Clever. Safety car. No? Sweet. Oh, wait there. Did you see a position switch?
Sorry, I just had myself on mute. AJ Baker got unsighted by Ernie Bernie's DNF car. And is now subsequently lost position, so that's really not good. And of course, she didn't get a safety car either, which I think was Ernie Bernie's aim. Wanted noob.
Just went back there and had a look at what happened. AJ Baker getting spooked there. Looks like Ethan could be setting up a move.
Oh, Bugatti spun at turn 13. We're starting to see those errors and mishaps. We didn't actually say it at the start of the stream, but sort of alluded to it with the extra time added at this race. This is where the accidents really start to show as Ethan Haynes now moves up into 3rd place. I don't think he's got enough laps to get that tie down, Lee.
I mean,
we'll see.
Especially with them tyres a way to drop off also, the tyres won't be that well right now. Is he going to be able to do it? I'm not sure, especially with him having that time penalty also, which is 3 seconds right now. We've seen Chip on AJ Baker, on them hard compound tyres. 2 seconds, it looks like Danny Apex making a move for 8th place. Up into turn 7, there's sparks flying out the back of that Red Bull. Just showing you how low to the ground these cars really are. But then again, Danny Apex nearly bottling it into the wall. Wasn't traction. Eddie Dust is back up. And he's saying, "Eat my dust," as he goes straight back past.
Fulton is out. That could be a safety car. It is a safety car.
Oh,
it's a safety car. This means isn't this soft tyres now? This has got to be softs.
No, the thing is everyone going to have a set of soft tyres? Oh, no, seen one of Luke and Ethan swapping places. What the hell happened there?
This is exactly. We don't usually advocate for safety cars, but a time like now is Have we got a driver who stayed out? I think Looney
Nope.
Man stayed out in the hope that he can unlap himself.
That's a good idea. Come on.
Which he has done.
Come on, anyone. Yes, boy! That's what I'm talking about. Just didn't hit the safety car.
Oh, so Chuckle's gone on the mediums. Medium tyres for AJ Baker. Wanted Noob's gone on the softs. Ethan Haynes is on the medium tyre. Royal Rumble's gone on the softs. This is very interesting. Chuck stayed out.
It's green lights, bro. Pass the safety car, you can bet. So many medium runners. Wanted Noob could get a win here.
He's got the 3 second time penalty though. Is it 3 or is it 6? It's 3.
I mean, Purple Kennedy's on the used ones.
Oh, it's Loot. No, it's Looney Man. Oh no, he's giving up the place. Why did he do that?
Everybody in between first and second could unlock themselves.
He really could easily unlap himself, which is the sad thing.
Yes, I know. And I would like to see him manage to do it, but I think Triple is actually moving away, I think, as well. Trying to let him past. Oh, Stephen Jones getting a penalty on the safety car.
So, Lee, he's just letting everyone play. Fair play from letting him pass, but he didn't have to do that. We're going to have 5 laps of racing, Lee. I think the people on the soft tyres may have made the better call here.
Yeah. And we're only going to have 4 laps racing.
Is it 4? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry, 4.
So, but then again, we're still waiting on Chicken and Blunt's catching up to the back.
I'm pretty sure he will by now.
Oof. You nearly bottled it into the wall.
I know he did. I know. I just saw.
That wouldn't have been nice. Would have had to come in for another set of tyres and a new front wing. That's if you survived it.
So as I said, I'm pretty sure we will get back underway on the next lap. Just waiting for Chicken and Blunts to catch up. I think this might be a late call in, Lee.
I mean, still
well, maybe not actually. No, maybe not actually. He's catching up at a rapid pace. I think we will. As soon as he gets around this corner, it will say it. So it will be slightly late.
Yep, there we go.
So we're going to have 4 laps to go. We're going to have 2 laps with DRS. And turn 7, Memorial Corner, is the place to be if you want to overtake. And we will have 2 DRS zones of overtaking down Raffles Boulevard to Memorial Corner. So we're about to get back underway. Kennedy's made up 7 places so far. He is on older tyres. Chuckle is leading us away. He's going to try and extend his championship lead if he can. Chuck is in 6th place. As we get back underway on lap 28 with 4 laps to go. And AJ Baker, he's moved past now. Wanted Noob has moved up into 2nd place. And they've made contact, AJ Baker and Wanted Noob. But they've come off without any damage. And Wanted Noob's now moved up into 2nd place on the soft tyres. He is going to have to gain 3 seconds, though, on the leader, on 2nd place, if he is to win the race, if he does get up into the lead. As we go further back and go into Memorial Corner, looks like a Red Bull was trying to go for it on the sister team there. We've had someone spin out. Royal Rumble gone too deep, and Ethan
in the Royal Rumble.
Ethan, who was on pole, who's now down in 12th place. Don't like to see that. So Chuckle, though, gaining the advantage. The soft tyres just not looking like they're working well on this track. Two seconds, Lee.
So, how will we look and see? I think the problem with the softs is that maybe just heating up too much, or quite possibly, just with this being quite a demanding track that it is. Royal Rumble 5 seconds for speeding the pit lane. He's retiring. So is Ethan. Both retired from this race. So right, Danny Apex going for a move on Stephen Jones at the inside of turn 7 there. They're side by side still, going around into turn 8. Stephen Jones on the inside, he's managed to get that position into turn 9 now. Stephen Jones is on the outside, turn 10. Nicely done there from Danny Apex, managing to procure that 9th position there. The two of them were battling it out like hell there.
It was very good racing between the two of them.
Royal Rumble has left the session.
That's a shame. Did they both retire in the pits, or did something else happen?
Yep.
Both retired in the pits. So the soft tyres just didn't work. He got the launch he wanted Noob, but since then he's really struggled, and he looks like he's going to lose some more positions with that time penalty. We've got 2 laps to go. So we look a little bit further back there. We'll see if Danny Apex will try it once again. And he's got some serious speed now as we go through Raffles Boulevard to turn 6 and into turn 7. He's at the inside and just runs the Williams out of road and moves up into 8th place.
Which technically at this moment in time is 7th place. He has a penalty just up ahead. But you could still see just ahead of him, he's got a few drivers just there.
It's all making their way down towards turn 14. with a few drivers with penalties, there is going to be a bit of, as Lee said, that there will be a change in the order for quite a few drivers. As we're about to go on to the final lap with the leader and subsequently the championship leader, who's going to extend his lead, and it's looking ever more likely that he's going to be crowned season 10 champion, but got a little while till that happens. As we go on to the final lap, Kennedy's now made up some ground, Lee, and with that 3-second time penalty, this is potentially a fight for second place between AJ Baker and Kennedy on the final lap, but doesn't look like he's got the legs to do so, as Matty Jones is now into the wall on the final lap. It's not what you want to see. Oh, it's now AJ Baker moves up on Wanted Noob, and now Wanted Noob fighting back. Bit of contact between the two of them at turn 8.
There's a bit of all or nothing sort of driving there from Wanted Noob, it appeared.
Yeah, and further into the background, Chuck eyeing up that 5th place. As we go into turn 13 over the Anderson Bridge for the final time today. And it looks like this will be the final chance to go for an overtake for any of these drivers, and Kennedy knows it, but maybe doesn't want to take the risk. 3rd place is a really good result in Singapore. A bit further back, doesn't look like we're going to get any other changes of positions on track in this final lap. As we watch Chuckle come around the final 2 corners, championship leader extends his lead once again. Mr. Consistent in season 10 slows up for the line and takes that 1st place as AJ Baker now makes his way around the final 2 corners. He's going to be 2nd on the podium, and Kennedy is going to be 3rd after time penalties have been made, and he'll move down Wanted Noob all the way to 7th place, with Prof moving into 4th. Good result for him. Chuck in 5th. Danny Apex finishes 6th, 7th, 7 Wanted Noob. Eddie Jones finishes 8th in the end, 9th for Bugatti. Stephen Jones 10th, 11th is Matty and Chicken and Blunts, finishes in last on the road. So Lee, as Singapore Grand Prix go, I think that was a pretty good one.
I mean, it was quite a bit of battling that out there. There wasn't as many safety cars as expected. So, yeah, I would say it would be quite a good one.
So as we go into the final classifications for this round 6 race, Chuckle wins once again, with AJ Baker finishing in 2nd place. Pippo Kennedy finishes 3rd place. 4th place was Prof. Chuck was 5th. Danny Apex was 6th. Wanted Noob finished 7th. 8th is Eddie Dust. 9th is Bugatti. 10th is Stephen Jones, who rounds out that top 10. 11th is Matty Jones. 12th is Chicken and Blunts. Looney Man is 13th. Royal Rumble 14th. Ethan Haynes finished 16th. Finished 15th, sorry. 16th was Faulkner. Ernie Burney was 17th. 18th was Lee Craig. And Aki finished 19th. So thanks very much, everyone, for joining us this evening. Make sure to check us out on Sunday. I can't remember what the race is on Sunday. I haven't got the information up to let you know. But for next time out, for Thursday, it's going to be the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort for round 7, and we're definitely on the downhill slope now till to the end of the season. Please make sure to like, share and subscribe on the video and to the channel. Check us out Thursdays and Sundays for league races, Monday and Tuesdays for your FIFA Pro clubs. Thank you very much for watching. You've been great. I've been Joe and Lee.
I've been late. Peace out.